situation in Orlando. The Milwaukee Bucks did not come out for warm-ups before tonight's tip-off that was supposed to be just moments from now. There are Orlando Magic players heading back into the locker room. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Bucks have been in serious discussion about boycotting tonight's game. NBA officials have gone into the Milwaukee locker room. So as we know, the shooting of Jacob Blake took place in the state of Wisconsin. Milwaukee has opened up in their press conferences, as seen earlier in this show, about how impactful that shooting has been on their organization. We heard from head coach Mike Budenholzer. He alluded to conversations he had with George Hill. Sam, you know, we talked about what exactly that video means to the African-American community in your own experiences in dealing with personal situations and dealing with what these players might be going through right now and making sure that the message is not forgotten.
Chris, understand something when I say this. As a black man, at 56 years old, everyone I know, every black person I know, knows someone who's been shot and killed by the police. Now think about that. You know how many people I know, Chris? I don't know a single person. And when I say know someone, I'm not talking about a friend of a friend of a friend. I'm talking about actually know someone. A guy I played against high school basketball with was killed by the police, and it was deemed an accident. They had him on the ground, wrongfully accused, with a gun pressed to his head with handcuffs on him. So how does a gun go off? Why would you be pointing a gun at someone's head when he's on the ground with handcuffs? But back then, there was no video. All we had was the word of the police officers. Do you know how many black and brown people have been murdered by the police? And we're just now realizing how many by these videos in the last 4 or 5 years. So I understand where the players are coming from, and the players were adamant. They seriously thought about not playing because they thought playing basketball would take away from what's really important to black people. Look, man, basketball is important. It's our livelihood. But, Chris, at the end of the day, our lives, our place and status in this country is way more important. It's got to change, man. You can't ask us to chip in when there's a national emergency like a war, and we go fight, kill, and die. And then when we come home, everything goes back to, well, you're a second-class citizen. That just don't work. It's 2020, man. It's time for change, real change, not lip service, not a little bit better. It's time for the United States to live up to the promise of the Constitution.
We have an update on the situation. Sam, we have an update on the situation. Top NBA executives are outside of the Milwaukee locker room, not inside, according to Adrian Wojnarowski.